right there a little earlier, but we are back. I got no. Sorry, I have my friend Stuffle up there. She fell down. There we go. I can see her in the camera. Alright, I actually got my controller, like, I actually loaded up, so I might, like, kinda know how to play. Oh my god. Sorry, my mom's texting me. I'd usually, ignore my text. But I can't always ignore my mom because I'm supposed to start calling and then I'll really have to answer. So sorry, I probably should have replied to her first. Yeah, so enjoy these 2 minutes. Cool, I can't form words today, so this is gonna be very fun. Shoot. I'm in Valley, so I use my Xbox controller for that because I have it on Game Pass and I can't connect my Switch controller to it, which I like better because I have really tiny hands and this is a tinier controller, so if it's my Xbox, I'm just used to that. Alright, so we left off last time. We just... First death. Byakuya had a super fun party that everyone was at except for the mafia guy. Yakuza. The Yakuza guy. He didn't show up, but that's because he's a punk bitch. Anyways, so yeah, so we ended up with our first death, who was scroller right now. If you don't want any spoilers, stop watching the video. I totally understand. If you're watching some of my YouTube later on, I have a whole playlist of my entire playthrough from the beginning. I started through by chapters, so last week we did all of like the story of chapter 1, and then the first stream was like the prologue. We got through all of that, but my voice gets a little tired doing these because I like to do the character voices with it, so that's why I meant to do like the entire first chapter 1, but it's already 3 hours long, and I didn't want to force you guys to sit here and listen to me talk for 5 hours. I know it's a little fun. It's fun for me, but... Alright, so yeah, we're jumping into the investigation. I think he had, like, multiple stab wounds. I don't know. We'll see for sure. Hopefully I'll have this up on my YouTube soon. If you were looking forward to my Spirit Fairy streams, which I do on Wednesday... I did end up like canceling that this week, so I am sorry about that. Probably pay attention to this. But yeah, because it was just a long week, and then my Xbox controller died, and I don't have my debit card because it got hacked, so I couldn't go out and buy more batteries for it, and I didn't want to have to adapt to like playing on my computer again instead of using a controller, so that's why that didn't happen. But hopefully we will be back up and running on Wednesday. I'll use my credit card if I have to, or just use the computer, and we'll make it work. Alright, jumping into the investigation. We're investigating the air conditioner. Okay. Sorry for rambling a little. Alright, hey, all of you. Why can't you act a little more grown up? Beep beep. What was that sound just now? What's that? This air conditioner is probably the only machine inside this room. Sorry, I'm rearranging stuff for you guys. Sorry, I'm a little far away from my ring light because I got light sensitivity. I'm a little far away from that camera too, but it's all good. I think I just frame stuff full. The air conditioner's remote control. Timer is set to 11:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure Byakuya's time of death was around the same time. If so, that means the mechanical sound before the blackout. It probably came from this air conditioner. My flashes of inspiration aren't as bad as I thought. Interesting. Under this very table, Byakuya was. Skate the top of the table. Though the only thing on top of this table that really catches my eye is this desk lamp. Looks like an antique lamp, and it seems rather heavy. The power cord is connected to the outlet, so it would have been useless during the blackout. Other than that table that really stands out to me, so now's not the time for me to flinch. I gotta do it. I let out a shout as if to encourage myself and quickly looked beneath the table. Immediately I noticed an unexplained smell, like a rusted iron hanging in the air. And during the stinging pain in the back of my eyes, I slowly shifted my gaze towards Byakuya's body. Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny. He was the kind of guy who said a lot of hurtful things, but he tried his best to lead everyone. Why did he have to act like this? The only thing I can do right now, for Byakuya's sake, is to uncover the truth behind his death. Bloody knife. Is that the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. Bring this knife to the dining hall in the first place. Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items were supposed to be placed in that duralumin case. There was the missing knife. There's the missing knife in the kitchen. We were doing inventory. It's already gone. Kitchen. It was gone. They hid it somewhere hard to find. So one more thing about this knife that's strange. Some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt. And the dim light beneath the table is to glow. Could it be glowing paint? Ooh, shit. My pet hates me. I always forget it exists. Looks like binoculars. Why is there a pair of binoculars under the table? They're not binoculars, dumbass. Hajime, those aren't binoculars. Binoculars? Binoculars? How do you even say that? Binoculars? That's such a weird word now that I think about it. Alright, but that's not what we're talking about. Then, what are they?
Perhaps.
Those are probably night vision goggles. Night vision? I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stock self-defense kits, too. If that's the case, did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? No, he had them on! We all saw him put them on. We saw him with the I guess they wouldn't have seen it because the lights were out, but they showed him with the night vision goggles on. He was wearing the night vision goggles. What's that green? Something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? It seems to be paint applied to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? Call it glow in the dark paint? Who the fuck calls it glowing paint? Bodies collapsed face down under the table. As if he was in the middle of attempting something, it looks like he was. According to the Monokuma file, he's repeatedly stabbed between the throat and the abdomen. Repeatedly stabbed. Would one of us really do something so horrible? The blood flowing from Byakuya's body formed a huge pool under the table. That's a lot of blood. Even the inner side of the tablecloth is covered in blood. The blood might have been splattered all over the place when he got stabbed, but there don't seem to be any drag marks leading from the blood pool. Man's really puts his night vision goggles on, only to climb under the table and then get repeatedly stabbed to death by a glow-in-the-dark knife. I'm sure I've pretty much investigated what's under the table. Despite the fact that it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Even if it's just a little, I'm sure the truth behind Byakuya's death. Which one of you motherfuckers did it? Which one of you bitches? I must investigate my classmate's body! I'm the one who has medical knowledge! That's why I need to do it! Before you start, why don't you calm down a bit? You're right, I need to calm down first. I'm careless enough as it is. That's pretty obvious from how you fell earlier. I'm terribly sorry about that. You made me remember it again. Bro, you did not have to bring the picture back up. No. Get that out of here. This is weird. I made such a fool of myself in front of everyone. How in the world did you end up like that? I got startled by the blackout, slipped on the carpet, and once I was struggling to get back up. It's so embarrassing. Please erase it from your memory. Literally, why is one character literally like, she's clumsy, but only clumsy in a way that makes sure her ass is always out? Like, I know they're not actually high schoolers, but like, they all think that they're high schoolers. This is weird. Even if you ask me, I won't be able to forget it so easily. Sorry. Then they always have one character who's just like an absolute pervert for like no reason. It's like, get a hobby. What? How is that relevant to the case? What, she killed him because she was embarrassed?
Hey.
That's dumb as shit. Hajime, there's something I want to run by you. Run by your mom's house. Oh, shit. Before the blackout occurred, Byakuya was in the dining hall with the rest of us, right? As far as I know. Yeah, that's right. And if Byakuya's dead body was discovered after the blackout, don't you think he died during the blackout? Yeah, that's kind of obvious. These people dumb as shit. Put me on the case. I'm gonna solve it. I think it was your mom. Why was Byakuya's body under a table? I don't know. That's why I said, why did he crawl his ass under there just to get stabbed? Why did two people decide to hide under the same table? There's like 6 tables in there. You could have hidden under any other table, and you wouldn't have gotten stabbed. Don't hide under tables in a blackout. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, if there's a blackout, just sit your ass down. And wait for power to come back on. I'm just saying. That's what I do in a blackout. Except it usually triggers the fire alarm and they make us leave the building, but if it didn't have a fire alarm, I would stay inside. Take a nap. Perfect time, just saying. Even if the killer tried to hide him, it's not like he would stay hidden forever. Isn't it confusing? What, did he stab himself to death? That's dumb as shit. You're absolutely right. I should stop making comments. I'm sorry. It seems finding out exactly what happened during the blackout is key to solving the mystery. There's no way I'd know. It was so dark during the blackout I couldn't see a thing.
That's not it.
If seen, well, then there's a possibility someone might have heard something. Heard something. Are you talking about her? Who? Who's her? The bunny? Mahiru, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
What's going on?
Is that what you expected me to say? Because I feel terrible. 1 minute Byakuya is alive and well, and in an instant something awful suddenly happens. Of course I'm not fine.
Why?
Whoever killed him is one of us, right? That hasn't been determined yet. It's already been determined. You've already accepted it, haven't you?
This is the worst.
Bro, she looks like the serial killer from the last game. She has the same face. I don't remember her name. The one that they literally introduced in like the last chapter. And I'm not talking about Toga. I'm talking about... I don't want to spoil the game more than I already am, but... I'll just right there before I spoil the first game too much. But yeah, she looks like her. We have to find out who the killer is. Find out which friend killed our friend. I don't know if he was anyone's friend, perchance. I don't like it either, but we won't survive if we don't go through with it. It's not just for yourself. We have to do it to protect all of us. If I'd only acted calmer during the blackout, Byakuya might still be alive. Don't tell yourself that. This whole thing would have never happened. Don't start telling yourself that. That's a downward spiral. See, that's what I said. Stop blaming yourself. Nothing good will come of it. That's exactly what I said. Getting cheered up by a boy isn't like me at all.
Got it?
Period, Miss Independent. You go, girl. Forget about what I just said. Got it? Yeah, that's fine. I got it. I won't dwell on it for now. I can't become a burden to everyone. There might be a clue that only I have access to. Were you taking pics, girl?
Hey.
Photos, the ones I took just before the blackout, remember? Hey, Byakuya, everyone, come on, I'm gonna take a picture. Alright, say cheese! So when watching this stream, I'm giving you a research project. Find out why we say cheese when we take pictures. I'm sure I looked it up before, but I'm just curious. Oh yeah, the pictures. Want to see them? I have a digital camera, so I can show them to you right now. Really? Please. Let's see, it's this photo. Why is he so close to the table? Nagito? Get you. You better not have done it. You better not have done it. I'll kill you myself. You punk ass bitch. And this one. Gundam, you're blocking the table. Mikan also looks hella suspicious over there. I took these 2 photos right before the blackout, but... Huh? Is something wrong? But right before the blackout, Byakuya was standing in a totally different place than where we found him. Was his body under that table with the lamp on top of it? The one underneath the monitor? Prior to that, Byakuya was standing along the wall farthest away from that table. You're right, that is pretty far. Were they making out under the table? That's kind of hot. Also, how did Byakuya get back into the school? I still don't get it, because he's from the first game. I was like, why would he ever come back? Sorry, I need some chapstick. There is something. Everyone's standing position before the blackout might be a huge clue. I swear. Now, if it's you, I'm dragging your ass into the ocean myself. Can you approximate everybody's standing position from these photos? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be hard to understand from the photos alone, so it might be better for me to plot it out. But would that actually provide a clue? I don't know yet, but I feel like it could.
Leave it to me.
Then leave it to me. That's pretty much the only job I can do anyways. He was the one that cleaned the whole place. There was a knife missing. He cleaned the place. It was a real one. I thought you were going to be in it for the long haul if you did this. Strangle you myself. The clues were all adding up. Bro, I'm so wrong with these every single game. I was like, yeah, Byakuya's gonna make it to the end. Nagita's obviously gonna make it to the end. It's always the best friend. It's always the best friend that has to die first. God damn. Alright, I better stop before we actually get to the trial. Alright, now that that's decided, you better work hard on your investigation too. How much longer are you planning to stand around?
Do you understand?
You gotta find out how Byakuya died. My Alexa just turned on and I don't know what it's doing. Alexa, stop. It's just spinning. I don't want it to shout out the answer. Okay, we're good. It's good she's all fired up now, but she's totally a different person than when she was feeling down. I really hope I don't have to, like, individually examine everything. Why is it open? Ah, this is the metal case Byakuya had with him. I believe he said it's made of duralumin. What the fuck is duralumin? Is that a real thing? The last time I saw it, it was closed, but there are lots of odd things inside this case, like a nightstick and pepper spray. What's this? A hard plastic case, but it's just the case. The inside's empty. That's a camera case. That's a camera case. Oh wait, no, this is night vision goggles. This is me. This is conclusions. I'm just saying. I wonder what was inside. The one thing that really catches my attention is this small key. Must be the key to the other duralumin case. The other case was in the office, and all the collected dangerous items were inside it. But the key to that duralumin case is right here. It's unlikely the murder weapon used to kill Byakuya was taken from that case. Which means the weapon inside that duralumin case aren't related to Byakuya's murder. That's what I'm saying! Even so, I still don't get it. Why did Byakuya have this duralumin case in the first place? A case packed with all this security equipment? Maybe he's being extra cautious just in case. No, that can't be right. That's way too overboard. Could he have known something was going to happen beforehand? Because of that, he went through all this trouble to be extra careful. Damn, you level up hella fast in investigation. What does Gundam Tanaka have to say? Hellhound Earring, answer my call.
Impossible.
Is this effort futile as well? Are you still looking for that earring you dropped? It is not a mere earring, it is the Hellhound Earring.
Fine.
Long ago in a faraway land, a beast known as the Hellhound was feared by all, even by he who summoned it. This is certainly random. The Hellhound tore its way through innumerable battlefields. Its fangs glistened with blood. and his drenched, blood-red fur would dry in the howling winds of loneliness. When I finally tamed that diabolic beast, I received an earring to commemorate that event.
Shiver.
The Hellhound earring. I never would have guessed. So that I might never forget the night I battled that fearsome Pomeranian. Bruh, a Pomeranian. I wear that earring at all times. Was that really about a freaking Pomeranian? Twins, we be saying the same stuff. I understand it's important to you, but for now we need to investigate.
I won't let you.
Where did it disappear to? Maybe it fell underneath the floor? The carpet didn't cover the whole floor. It might have fallen through the gaps between the exposed floorboards. So that's what's transpired. Such a clever little bauble. He laughed uproariously as he walked towards the wall and pressed his hand against the gaps in the floor. It peered beneath the
I
floorboards.
can see it.
There it is! I found it truly! That is the Hellhound earring! It seems God exists for my benefit! Good for you.
Let me ask.
How do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it probably would not reach either. Maybe you should just give up?
What?
Give up what? The world! I meant give up the earring.
You.
Have you not yet realized? The world will come to an end if the human race were to lose that earring. You humans are so satisfied with clothing yourself in layers of false knowledge.
If you flinch, you will die.
Even with all those layers, you will not survive the winter. Why am I being scolded?
Fine.
It was foolish in me to rely on you fools. I shall do something about it on my own. I don't know why I slipped into a British accent for that. God, his voice hurts my throat so much. If you'll excuse me, I must go save the world. Is that earring back by any means necessary? His determination is truly inspiring. It'd be nice if he actually helped me with the investigation. Where else should I investigate?
Haji man.
A moment? What is it?
Hey,
When we're finished with the investigation here, would you like to hear what everyone has to say together? If I go by myself, some people might not want to talk to me out of caution. Well, we've been told that one of us is a killer. It can't be held if everyone's on edge right now. Why me? You're easy to talk to. I feel like you have a scent similar to mine. Just two alpha males right here. Just don't rip my throat out or something. We both harbor special feelings towards Hope Peak Academy, isn't that right? Well, yeah, but... Fine, if we're going together, let's get it on with. There's no time for idle chit-chat.
thanks.
I'm glad. It'll be a great help. Special feelings, huh? It's so, what he said about us being similar, I don't think I agree.
Now then.
For now, we should search the inside of this old building and listen to what the others have to say. Not just the dining hall, I think we should consider the whole building the scene of the crime. After all, that the blackout took place at the time would have happened throughout this entire building. Yeah, you're right. Who's here? Oh, that's right, I can walk. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It's locked. Someone appears to be inside. Since it's a unisex bathroom, I don't know who's actually in there. We knocked on the door and tried calling out to whoever was on the other side, but there's no response. This is going nowhere. I guess we should give up for now and check on it later. Yeah, you're right. Big guy said it was locked earlier too, so someone's been hiding their ass in there for a while. Okay, so I can't actually How long you been standing there?
I see. I see.
Apparently, a great man once said, investigations should be done on foot.
Yes.
So that's why I'm also using my feet. I'm just walking around for no particular reason. There's no reason and there's no meaning.
Hey,
Hajime, I just realized something. Could she, by any chance, know what happened during the blackout? I was just thinking the same thing.
Are you serious?
How'd you know? So you did hear us, even though Hajime and I were talking pretty softly just now. Not only do I have a perfect face, style, and personality, but I also have perfect ears. I see. If you're hearing so good, maybe you heard what actually happened during the blackout.
hey.
You could hear everyone's voice throughout the dining hall, right? We couldn't tell, but you would have been able to make out who's who, right? Just leave it to Ibuki. It'll be as easy as fried rice with gravy. Huh? I'll hardly eat it for breakfast.
I see.
Oh, you meant it'll be like easy as pie. Except eating fried rice with gravy for breakfast is kind of heavy. Any fried rice that isn't fried rice with gravy is so wrong. Should make a metaphor with a more common type of fried ice. Like egg fried rice or lettuce fried rice. Anyway, can you tell us what you heard?
I got it.
I'm gonna take a bite out of you.
Yep.
If you tell us, I'll let you buy Hajime later. Why she takes you seriously?
Oh.
Let's see. The first person to raise their voice during the blackout was... That's right, it was Mahiru.
It's a blackout.
Next was Kazuichi's voice, and then the next voice was mine.
Hey, I can't see anything.
It's pitch black. My future is pitch black.
What a nice remark I made. It is to the point it has its own unique charm. Just continue. Then there were more voices, one after the other.
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Alrighty, that's pretty much it. Aren't I awesome? Praise me! Praise me! Give me lots of praise! I heard you the first time. Seriously, don't get any closer. Nagito, say something to her. Hey, did something happen? No, I was thinking about what Byakuya said during the blackout. What Byakuya said?
Hey,
Why did he say something like that? Rather, why was he able to say that? What the hell? What's going on here? And this is... What do you mean? About that, why don't we discuss it after we've investigated a little bit more? He had the goggles! He had the goggles on! Did they show us that he had the goggles on, or did I just, like, come up with that myself? Because sometimes I just predict things. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. For now, I can't really say anything for certain. It's not like I really care.
yep.
Anyway, don't you think Ibuki's account right now is an important clue that will lead us to the truth? Let me bite ya! Ouch, why are you really biting me? Come here, princess. There is something I want to ask you. What is it?
It is strange, no?
It appears that only that wall is a different color material. Why is that?
Perhaps.
Oh, it's probably a fire door. A fire door? You've never seen one before? It's a door that shuts to keep fire from spreading by containing it. If that happens, you can run away, right?
Wow.
I see! It is like a barrier. Just like lining up plastic bottles around the house. That's only done to keep cats from getting in. You know about keeping cats from getting inside, but you don't know about fire doors?
I am ashamed.
I am culturally ignorant. I am ashamed of myself. What the heck do the fire doors have to do with anything? Byakuya must have confiscated all the dangerous items on the kitchen's equipment list. Just from reading through this list, it looks like the knife next to Byakuya's body didn't come from the kitchen. It appears to have been brought from outside. Then how did the killer get past Byakuya's body check?
That's
Up the
weird.
ass. It's up the ass. Isn't it? I mean, he didn't even go easy on the girls when he was performing the pat-downs. If that's the case, they probably brought the knife in advance and hid it somewhere.
Hey,
It's taped under the table. It's surprising how much equipment this kitchen has. There's iron plates for barbecuing and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. This is all stuff that doesn't really pertain to the murder, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I agree. What do you have to say for yourself, pervert? Weren't you in the kitchen during the blackout, Teru? That blackout totally startled me. First I thought I was just in the kitchen, so when I finally managed to get out of the kitchen, the hallway was pitch black too. Then I overheard everybody's voice, so I fumbled along the wall and tried to feel my way to the dining hall. But that place was pitch black too. It was like pitch black everywhere. Couldn't you have used that kitchen stove as a light?
no.
Ah, that's impossible. This gas stove needs electricity to work, so it's directly affected by the blackout. I see that. I guess it's not possible. Since you work with fire in the kitchen, I figured you'd be able to use it as a light source or something, but I guess it's not that easy.
Hey,
Since we come all this way, let's investigate this area just for the heck of it. There's a chance there might be some sort of clue here. Bro, I hope Teru somehow killed him, because I hate that bitch. I'm so mean. Chinese, Japanese, French, and Italian cuisine. Fish dishes, and a big piece of meat on the bone, too. Isn't it amazing? That meat is so big. Even I was shocked.
well, guess
It's a
that's
dish
about it.
fit for a tropical island. I'd never be able to get meat like this in Aoyama or Azabu. I'd never be able to get meat like this in my hometown, much less. I get it, you don't have to repeat yourself, but it's so big, where did you get it? I asked Nikumaru. Apparently he killed the cow at the ranch with bare hands and brought it over. Just bare hands? That's a little hard to believe, but it doesn't seem completely impossible either. Those hands of his, they look like they specialize in punching things. I wouldn't want to get punched by those hands. So you want to get punched by other hands? Kinky. Seriously, Nikumaru is so wild. It's totally right at home in a country setting. I'm so jealous. My hometown is near Aoyama and Azabu, so wild country, things like that, they slip my mind, you know.
Man,
I guess this meat has gone to waste since the awfulness happened right when the party started. The only ones who ate any food were Akane and Pico, who took some portions for herself. Don't say that. After I worked so hard to cook the world's most refined dishes, only 2 people actually ate them?
to tell you the truth,
It's not like I actually believe it, but if there is really a killer out there, I'll probably never be able to forgive that killer. He's scary when he's mad. Guess I'm pretty much finished investigating the kitchen for now. Nagito, let's get going.
you're right.
Yeah, sure thing. We at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. The storage room is real dusty and dark.
Wow.
My hands were full cleaning the dining hall, so I couldn't even touch this room. Man, that's cobwebs. There's no way I could stay in here for a long time. There's an awful lot of boxes. We don't have time to go through each and every one of them. I guess I should leave them alone. Wise decision. There's a huge piece of cloth randomly shoved in here.
Perhaps.
Is this a tablecloth? Oh, a tablecloth? Wait, huh? There's something on it. Is that a blood stain?
Huh?
A blood stain? Come here, take a closer look.
But
It's too dark, I can't really see that clearly. There's no mistaking it, this is clearly a blood stain. Which means this tablecloth is connected to Byakuyo's murder, right?
well,
If that tablecloth has a blood stain on it, then it's a possibility. Seriously, it is a blood stain. Stacks of clean tablecloths. It looks like they haven't been used yet. Guess there's nothing strange here. Are these irons? Looks like they were recently turned on, but why are there irons on this ironing board? Just as I thought, your eyes don't miss a thing. When I was looking for Byakuyo after the blackout, I also found these irons, but when I found them, all three of them were turned on. Turned on?
yep.
It'd be bad if another blackout happened, so I turned them off, but doesn't this feel kind of sinister? Sinister?
Hajime.
How much longer are you going to stay in this dark place? You're just wasting your time. Let's move on and investigate other places already. Ah, I get it. You're right. What, are you afraid of the dark? You little piss baby? Sorry, that's mean. Where's the office? I think we should probably check that out. Aha! I thought that was a closet door. Who the heck is still in the bathroom?
Hajime.
The old building's circuit breaker should be inside this office. Circuit breaker, huh? It might be related to the blackout. So it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. Who the hell could reach that? That must be this old building's circuit breaker. The blackout probably happened because of this.
I see.
It doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either. The circuit breaker is pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you won't reach it. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Well, during the blackout, I was panicking so bad I forgot about that, but you're right, even with a stepladder, there's no way you'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means someone must have reset the breaker after the blackout, but who? I did it.
Whoa!
It's here?
Actually,
You idiots had no idea what to do about that blackout. So I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker.
by the way,
I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course. How did someone as small as you reset the breaker?
Hey,
Firstly, my eyes work real good at night, so I have no trouble seeing in the dark. And if you want to know how I reach the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic.
I won't be fooled.
A liar!
it's true.
I'm serious. Wanna see? Wanna see a version of Monokuma with its body all stretched out? It's gross. It's grotesque. No thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke. Oh, really? Such a shame.
So cool.
Still, don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In a popularity contest, he'd take first place.
I see.
What the hell? So, he's the one who reset the breaker? In that case, I'm convinced there's no way we'd be able to reach that. How did the killer trip the circuit breaker? If it didn't trip it or set it to be tripped. This remote control is for the office's air conditioner, huh? The timer here is set to 11:30 p.m. Wasn't the timer for the air conditioner in the dining hall also set for that time? Also, why is it set to 86 degrees Fahrenheit? That is ridiculously hot. Imagine walking into someone's house and it's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Did they just like crank it up as high as possible to like use up all the power? Can't be a coincidence, right? Oh, Monokuma. Is this the desk the staff use for busy work? Something in particular that catches my eye. There's something that catches my eye. Come here, you little punk bitch.
I've been found.
Maybe.
Is it Pico the killer? Why do you think that?
I mean,
She wandered off somewhere, even though she was supposed to be in the office. When we were looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I went to the office right away, but when I got here, she was gone.
well.
I shouldn't say this too loudly or else Miss Sonia will yell at me. Pico's probably the one who tripped the circuit breaker and used the blackout to her advantage to kill Byakuya.
Hey,
Don't you think she looks kind of ruthless too? Like an assassin, right? I'm trying to do a Shaggy voice, but I can't really do a good Shaggy impression. It's not like you look any better. I can already tell. You doubt me, correct? Huh? However, it does not surprise me. An unexpected blackout occurs, and during that time, Byakuya was killed.
Anyway,
The circuit breaker's in this office. Naturally, I look suspicious since I was supposed to be here too.
wait.
Supposed to be here? Does that mean...
I see.
So I was right, you weren't in the office. But why? Weren't you supposed to guard the circuit breaker and the Duralumin case with all the weapons in it?
Huh?
So, where'd you run off to on your own?
well,
That is... Pico suddenly dropped to one knee and started groaning on the spot. Hey, what happened? Is she gonna commit seppuku? No, I'm just not feeling too well. I apologize, but... Excuse me. Excuse me? What was that?
Hey,
It appears the bathroom inside this old building is currently occupied, so... I'd recommend either the hotel lobby or cottage. Huh? It seems like it would be a tough path. With cold sweat dripping from her forehead, Pico wobbled out of the office. What happened to her? It's kind of hard for me to say it myself. I already feel bad enough for Pico as it is. What does that mean?
huh?
I mean, is it cool? She didn't like run away or something?
That's right.
Because if she ran away, she's obviously the killer. I'm almost positive. Is that really what it is? Bro, she's got the shits. Me too, fam. It's German aluminum case. It should contain all the dangerous items Byakuya collected.
Hey.
Maybe we should check inside just to be safe. But it's locked.
Yep.
Byakuya had the key to this particular Duralumin case with him. Check it out, I brought it with me so there's no need to worry. Is it okay to take that key without permission?
Now.
It's forbidden to tamper with the crime scene, but if we don't, we can't check inside this case, right? So I should open it. This guy, he doesn't feel any remorse.
See?
It's open. Forks, kitchen knives, iron skewers, and various tools are crammed inside. But it's not possible that the killer took anything from here. Because the key to this case was inside the case Byakuya had with him. We need to check everyone's hands. Someone's hand has glow-in-the-dark paint on it. Because it was on the handle of the knife. And some of it was rubbed off. So we just need to be going around checking everybody's hands.
Now then.
I guess we're done with the office, don't you think so? We should get going now.
Yep.
Looks like you pretty much finished looking around the old building. How about we check out Byakuya's cottage? Byakuya's cottage? There might be clues in there, so I thought it'd be good to check it out just in case. But I was scared I might encounter some danger if I went there by myself. I don't really mind going there together, but aren't you worried about the possibility that I might be that danger?
Hey.
You mean I might worry about you being the killer? To be honest, I don't think you're the killer. In fact, I can't even imagine it. It's like instead of living in doubt with others, it's so much better to die believing in others. Don't talk like that. We're doing this so we can live, you know?
I see.
As I thought. You are strong. You definitely are the chosen one. Chosen by Hope's Peak Academy.
Alright.
Alright, then let's get going. To Byakuya's cottage. Yeah. I don't know why, but every time we talk, I don't really know how I'm supposed to react. But when I left the old building, there was a strange scene unfolding before me.
Hey, what are you doing?
I doing, you say? Ha! Now that is truly a foolish question.
We're just checking to see if we can get under the floor from here.
Under the floor? Why?
Because he needs his earring.
Who said it was futile? Who decided it was impossible? How did you know I cannot recover my earring?
If it is possible to get under the floor, it'll change the meaning of the murder, I think. So I thought it was important to check it.
Bro, just rip those flimsy boards off.
I see.
Under the floor, huh? I never considered thinking of it like that. What do you mean?
See?
Think about it.
Hey.
The carpet I'd laid didn't reach the table where we found Byakuya's body, right? And the dining hall floor has huge gaps between the floorboards. Is it possible the killer killed Byakuya by stabbing him from beneath the floor?
Yep.
That's what I thought, so I'm trying to see if we can get under it from here. Well, I guess it's not possible to get under the floor from outside. The building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there. Even so, I couldn't find a way to get under the floor from inside the building either. Do you think there's a possibility that there's a hidden hole somewhere? No, that's not possible. Are you sure? At any rate, it seems like you can't get under the floor from outside the building. That's a relief. Relief, why? Because if you could get under the floor from outside, there'd only be one logical suspect. The only person who didn't come to the party and also doesn't have an alibi. Oh right, Fuyuhiko.
So...
I suspected him too. That's why I was checking to see if it's possible to get under the floor from outside.
well?
Speaking of which, not long after I began guarding the entrance, Fuyuhiko came here. He did?
Huh?
What happened, Fuyuhiko?
Huh?
Oh, hey. What are you doing all alone at a place like this?
Yep.
I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
Hey.
You're not coming to the party?
What are you saying?
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Parties are stupid. They make me want to puke. You want to come to the party, right? Isn't that why you came here?
You...
Of course not. I was just going for a damn walk. What, do I have to report to you every time I want to go for a fucking walk?
That's wrong.
It's not like that, but... Then leave me alone. Such a fucking bitch. And he just left. So that happened, but why did he come here?
See?
He probably wants to be a part of the group, but he can't be honest about it. He believes he's different from everybody else, that's why he's always alone.
Hey.
He's like the main character of an RPG. Have you played those before? Why did we start talking about video games?
I see.
Even though we don't really know what he's thinking, I doubt we have a reason to doubt him.
I'm glad.
That's a relief, I'm glad. You keep saying you're glad, but we have no idea who the killer is. Well, I guess for now we should stick to the plan and head to Byakuya's cottage. As long as the probability is greater than 0, that will suffice.
I have not unleashed even half of my...
I will most assuredly reclaim the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. It seems he has no intention of investigating. Bro, I got 2 level ups from that.
Huh?
What the hell? Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? It's not happening. Didn't you hear Monokuma's announcement? Of course I did. Apparently Byakuya is the one that got killed. So what? What did you say? Do you think I'm the killer? Think what you want. I'm used to being mistrusted. It's not why I'm... Whatever, just tell me what you were doing while everyone else was at the party.
Huh?
Checking my alibi, huh? Well, I don't have one. I was just chilling in my cottage all by myself during that time. The whole time? Because Chucky said she saw you in front of the old building.
Shut up!
Nosy bitch.
Jeez.
Just went for a little walk. And then just by chance I ended up passing by the old building. Were you really going for a walk? Don't tell me you weren't actually trying to join the party.
Don't fuck with me!
Why the hell would I do that? It's a coincidence. Dumbass. I feel like it was right next to mine. No. Yes. Huh, it's locked.
Hey.
I guess we need to ask him for help. So Nagito took a deep breath.
Hey.
Monokuma!
Did you call me?
Nagito, wouldn't you train Monokuma?
Hey.
I was wondering if you could do us a favor. There's something we want to investigate.
What's this?
Who are you talking to? That's just my after image. When I get serious, my after image is unleashed. I can even play soccer by myself as long as I have this cloning technique. Though it'd be boring to play alone. I don't have time for this. Just hurry up and open Byakuya's cottage already.
Well...
This is for the class trial. It's something we really need.
Hmm?
For the class trial?
This is trouble.
If it's for the class trial, there's no way I can refuse. Now then, there's only one spell that can open these doors.
Vamoose! I'll leave the rest to you.
See, I've unlocked the door. Now you can investigate to your heart's content. Why does he open it with a magic spell?
Jeez.
It's probably powered by electricity. At any rate, that performance was a waste of time. I guess we should
You're right.
go inside then. Damn, he gets books and all I get is Monokuma titties. That's whack as fuck. There's an envelope on the table. It's a letter someone sent to Byakuya.
That's weird.
There's no center. That looks pretty suspicious.
Hajime.
You should check what's inside. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. This is... Is this a crime warning? No, if it says be careful, it's probably a threatening letter. Regardless, who would send something like this? Maybe.
Hey.
This is why Byakuya decided to throw a party. Huh? The first kill will happen tonight. Everyone in one area and was extremely cautious about all the dangerous items, trying to create a scenario in which everyone could monitor each other. He thought if he did that, no one would be able to kill anyone. So you believe this crazy letter? You couldn't ignore the possibility of this happening, even if it's just a worst-case scenario.
Hey.
Remember what Byakuya kept saying? How he wouldn't let anyone become a victim? He couldn't overlook that slim possibility just to keep his promise. Then why'd he keep it a secret if he had just told us? He probably couldn't. He probably thought that was also a worst-case scenario. What do you mean? If everyone knew what was in this letter, whether it's a lie or not, everyone would have likely begun to doubt each other, and at that point there'd be no turning back. So Byakuya tried to do something about this, all by himself without telling anyone?
Yep.
His strong sense of responsibility is the only explanation I can think of. Anyway, whoever sent Byakuya this letter also killed him, is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
This could be a prank, and it might have nothing to do with Byakuya's death at all. He suddenly became really quiet. I see. He doesn't want to believe one of us could be the killer. But still, we've come all this way and it's the only thing I can think of. The person who wrote this letter murdered Byakuya. If that's the case, that person completely predicted how Byakuya would react once he received it, right? They planned to manipulate Byakuya and killed him right before our eyes in that old building. Damn it, who the hell would do that?
Hey.
There's probably not much time left until the class trial starts. Probably. Which reminds me, you asked Mahiru for a favor earlier, right? Yeah, I wanted her to find out where everyone was standing just before the blackout. She's probably finished by now. You're coming with me, right?
Sorry.
That's all you. Huh? I need some time alone. I'd like some time to collect my thoughts. I see. I understand.
Hey.
If you're going back to the old building, you should hear what Mikan has to say as well. I think the results of her autopsy should be ready by now.
Bye now.
I'll see you later. He's pretty pale. I wonder if he's okay. But now's not the time for me to worry about Nagito. There's not much time left. I better hurry over to the old building. Man, he looked like Byakuya for a second. Scared me. Too cruel. This is just too cruel. Might as well ask her about the old building's windows. Do you have a sec? I want to ask you something. I don't wanna help you guys mistrust your friends. What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. No, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered by iron plates? Iron plates? I covered them up. So nobody makes the mistake of going inside since it's dangerous because of the renovation. I see, the renovations. That's why you covered them up. Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island. This isn't how it was supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's cruel. Just because it's cruel, I mean, you could keep crying like that. You have to do this no matter what, damn it. What? What? What the hell was that loud voice just now? Are you finally done taking a fat old shit? Oh, where did that go? Oh, he's still there. Whew.
Huh?
I feel so lighthearted right now. I have been reborn. I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who? I won't lose to anyone, not even my past self. Sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? What? I don't know who's behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started. I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
Sheesh.
If you think I'd be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. A leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole ordeal. Best not to get into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started after the blackout?
So what I mean
Then the bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. It's about how long it lasted. What he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case.
Hey!
Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wondering, I was investigating as much as I could. But if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So did you find anything? Sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey!
Just take a look at this. Just as you told me using the 2 photos I took before the blackout. I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone seems pretty much in the dining hall. I made this diagram for analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. There's no way to be able to visit that far during the blackout. What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew a power cord just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp? That cord extended from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey!
Did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all. It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden here. An extremely important clue. Do I not have the pictures? I'm just thinking maybe the lamp was moved. I don't know. If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried within reason to perform an autopsy on Byakuya.
Well,
That there are several puncture wounds above the abdominal to reach his lung. It can be assumed that a thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I believe. Are you okay? I'm sorry. Talking about it made me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. I'm sorry. Around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. Is that knife bigger than that?
Alrighty, guys, it's finally time. That's right, it's time for the long-awaited class trial. Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place.
Yo mama's house.
At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock.
Of course it is.
Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face at the central island? I don't remember that shit. Christ. I'm just exploring, don't mind me. Oh, it's a little snake. I just want to see the different movies. That guy. They're also kind of cool. Okay, I guess I needed to explore this way anyways. That is Mount Rushmore.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is this mountain? Oh, when did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. Still can't believe he's dead. Byakuya? What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mentioned it, it appears they aren't here yet.
Got it.
I know, they probably ran away.
No way.
Where the hell did she disappear to? She wasn't there for the investigation at all. Oh, hell no. There's no way I let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Fuck with me.
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey.
If you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Not doing anything. I was just chilling in my room. Suddenly, I heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
You've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait.
Mahiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened?
I am right here.
Now then.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to. This guy's earring back. Huh?
Hey.
Seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Now that everyone's all together, Let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please wait a second. My, Monomi. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. Do you actually want to join in?
You masochist!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys. So hurry over. He told us to come, but how did we get there? Doors or vehicles? Mr. Slime had a secret entrance, was it? What the? Something's shaking? This is dangerous. Everyone, get down! Something came out!
No way.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Suspicious or Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. That is so totally suspicious.
Hey!
So you just heard me already. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyways. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. Why are you perpetuating gender roles, Mahiru? I thought you were a girl boss. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. There's nowhere else for us to run. We need to do it. That's everyone's system. It had a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll just run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock,
Huh?
this is an elevator. I see. This entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma's doing what he pleases.
However,
If he has gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. Then the elevator door slowly opened.
Welcome!
Okay, welcome! This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
You
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
don't fuck with me!
You fucking crazy? Don't mess with us, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up, take your seats where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we towards the seats we've been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. He also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. a guy like him got murdered. Who did it? It's one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. If it's really true. We need to find out by any means possible. Because that is our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Damn, I haven't earned any skills. Alright, let's go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and
Oh,
vote
poor
for who done it.
Monomi!
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
Why he do her like that?
The right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monomi, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules?
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
The most pressing issue on our minds?
Yo,
Where
mama.
we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
They really just have Monomi swinging around back there.
Start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. We can't do that. No, thinking about ifs is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
What I just said was strange, but clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like...
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, They probably moved the...
No, that's wrong!
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Aw, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
How did he end up on his stomach though?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Disagree.
Hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... This may sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Shut the fuck up. Right, so it's connected to what he's doing during the party. Duralumin case? Let's try that one. Oh, come on! The reason he dove under the table. Oh, is it the Blense knife?
I can prove it with this. It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
Because the knife was too big for the puncture wounds. It's like the size of one of the skewers. One of the skewers was missing, wasn't it? Big brain time. Big brain time. I still think there was a knife missing, but maybe he took that one himself. I don't know.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up. This is almost like a real trial!
Alright, so I'm good at figuring out the answers, but I'm not good at picking the right truth bullets, so bear with me on this. We're gonna be learning it together.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham-Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
False!
No,
Yeah.
Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Cut? Alright, so we have to cut remarks until we get weak spots. That's new.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Damn it!
If you just use common... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
What? What the heck?
If you just use... The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words!
No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
inside the duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party. We found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the duralumin case along with the night vision goggles, too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it with duct tape.
See, there was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right, Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility a murder would occur. From the note!
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will definitely happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Nothing about you is friendly.
Still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. His strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. Because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table in his hands. Glowing paint!
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Pico was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call these weak spots you've never seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots we call argue spots. When shooting at agree spot, oh, agree, not argue. Okay, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, hire the truth bit that proves the other person's testimony is correct. Bro, this is so much more difficult than the last game. You must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Since Pekka was in the office.
Cause the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Just listen to Pekko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony. I think she was taking a shit.
She could have caused the...
That's impossible. Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that. No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Hey, it's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up. after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pekka was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Why the fuck would that make you horny?
Seriously, stop it.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
But still,
Look at us.
your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially
I can't tell if this is a shit joke or a period joke. Either way, I don't like it.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
Question is whether it was intentional or an accident. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives.
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
No, damn it.
Crap!
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating.
Now that you mention, you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Cease this bickering!
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Who tricked? If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker? If you can't...
I did the wrong one.
Probably... It does not have to be... They may have tampered with the power supply and or maybe they caused a power surge?
That's the one I meant.
Agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
Not just the 3
When you
irons.
found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool! Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Why is he always fucking hung like a horse? Who drew him? Who drew him like that?
That's inexcusable!
I'm just saying.
If the iron... Then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the then that means everyone who was in the dining hall when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect. If the irons in the storage room caused the then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the then that means everyone when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that.
Damn it!
If the irons in the storage room, then for the killer to turn the irons, you're saying they went all the way to the then that means everyone who, when the blackout occurred, can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout...
Allow me to cut through those words. The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time.
Will you stop being a fucking bitch? He's literally dead.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear. You deserve to die a thousand.
Say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Good.
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have...
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high air possible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
Okay, pat it on yourself a bit, miss.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat of hope like you guys. There's no way everybody will live now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins.
The fuck up. You a lying bitch.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it?
Yeah, we're the only one in the building! You set it up!
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners.
You were there the whole time. Before anybody else showed up, you were the only one who could have hidden the knife. You're the only one that could have messed with those air conditioners. I could have been Terra too, but he's a fucking dumbass.
Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Isn't it better to shut the fuck up?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
We're not your friends. We barely know you. It's been like 4 days.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too. Please, take me home already. I want to go home and eat candy.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
You were the closest to the table! How did they have time to set it all up? I hate you!
No, not that. I mean before that.
Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife in order to do that, get close to the table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Just as I thought, this diagram's a clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. It's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. Killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Maybe not.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Killer actually used the power cord.
They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They got away to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
He was also in charge of pulling the straws to put him on cleaning duty. He did it on purpose. He's a fucking liar. Man, this case makes me feel fucking stupid. I was really like, these two are making it till the end for sure. Who? I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you!
It was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only
He also told us to check Balkier's room!
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
And why was that the only table with the lamp on it?
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose?
That's what I'm
Hide the
saying!
knife under the table?
That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying!
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Alright, to be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
For once, I agree with him.
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something!
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! Ah, how wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. Of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
That's quite the hobby you have there. Now's not really the time to bring it up.
I was about to say that. This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey Nagito, if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
How about that old-looking building near the hotel? It's just cleaning. Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't have time to clean the storage room. If you stay in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. Why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Peko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
I believe his talent is ultimate lucky student.
You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with a red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this cycle.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed.
The knife wasn't the murder weapon.
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange. If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere pay. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with a knife he hid.
Oh, never wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anything that I missed.
He has already confessed. You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
No, that's wrong.
It was a skewer.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Nikon?
The hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse!
Calm the fuck down there.
Not a whorehouse! Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
Well, you pissed me off, bitch.
What happened during the blackout? Oh, if you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not?
Should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Oh, I want to find out against this bloody tablecloth. So we're gonna try that.
Crap!
Damn. Alright! I'll use Ibuki's account.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Don't act so
You
surprised.
were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
So someone was stepping on annoying bitch's toes. How did Tera get from the kitchen to the dining hall that quickly? I know how quick we are after each other. And where was Soda going?
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your
So
face
there's three
style
things
and
I want to
your
win. Shut the
personality
fuck
totally
up.
suck. You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he can even grab it? Sounds plausible, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I can interpret it like that. No, actually. Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what
Getting
happened.
shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint. I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Was this guy really the Nagito I knew before? There's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. Simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here.
Well now.
Now then, the class tile has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. $10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
What are you gonna do?
No, I'm not gonna risk it. Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
You're so evil. I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Keep your mommy issues to yourself.
I see. Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Stop bringing me into this.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible...
I was wondering how he got stabbed in his stomach under a table.
Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
Improved Hangman's Gambit. Yeah, I don't think I understand this, but we're gonna try our best. Crap, wrong button. I think they went under the floor. I didn't mean it! Crap. This is so freaking hard.
I got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know. You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh?
Could it be?
Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
I get under your mom's boards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Ooh.
One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
He told me to look through those!
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
No, I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness.
Yes, this Monomi over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... It obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Yay, I can use the silencer. Okay, so hers is the one who could hear people making noise. Tero couldn't see anything. Chucky was outside since we came by. Kazuichi headed to the office. So it's probably Chiaki's account that we need, and I just...
lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
It's literally the only thing you can think of at this point.
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
Wrong.
The culprit is self-evident.
Gotta be quicker than that.
And they could have stared at without going to the store. Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the.
But when the party stopped, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong.
Thanks for the follow, Jambo Father and Sons Gaming. Thanks for chilling out. Sorry, I have a hard time reading from this distance, but I do appreciate you. Sorry, I'm trying not to talk over their talking, because I know they definitely voice act better than I can. What happened for you, Hiko? Hey, what are you doing here all alone at a place like this? Stand guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no!
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party? It was probably during the blackout.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make eggs Benedict.
Said it was following the walls.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know?
He has really skinny arms. I just noticed that.
Storage room.
It appears we're getting close to the final.
Shut up! No more comments out of you. I'm still mad.
The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior?
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that, it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that, it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with... What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room, it's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Crap! The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
feel like it's gotta be fire doors because it's something we haven't used yet.
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string like the...
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go. What if they used a...
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Oh, come on!
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my...
It definitely sounds impossible.
I think I know it.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Really?
Crap! The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Crap! The hall...
Okay, so it's... We have to either agree with a string, or we have to agree with a light, or we have to agree with another pair of night vision goggles.
Moving to the storage room like that.
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway...
Oh my goodness. I feel like the murder threat definitely isn't it. I don't know what we can get from the kitchen equipment. I don't know what we can get from the fire door. See the party dishes. None of these really have a light. The problem is I can't see what's in the kitchen equipment list. So I really don't know, so I guess I'm just gonna try it.
It's like making a seafood bowl without...
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
I mean, they tried everything else. I don't even know. Pretty sure it's Terror because he keeps making comments about looking at everyone's panties.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
$24, 29, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, plus iron plates for barbecue, and even a portable stove.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
A hole? What kind of hole?
Shut the fuck up.
If you could explain it to me.
Shut up.
Much more detail.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument? Did you forget? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony? Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words. Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. Talking about the fire door. If you close it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds the corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Fuck you!
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep...
Take a deep breath on my fucking dog.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't be defending.
Like not the rest of this game offends people.
Decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer, right? Person who used the hallway's fire door as a cover used the portable stove to move in the dark and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the paint as a mark. It's the only killer I can think of is... The only person who was in the kitchen. The person who took the missing skewer. The person who took the girl's panties.
You're the only one! Teru Teru. Could it be you? Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer? Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
You're cruel fucking watching. Upskirt bitch.
Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts? That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway?
Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you
Assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light.
I feel like it's too stupid to plan all this, but I don't
And that they moved to the storage room.
I definitely fall for all of the red herrings in this game, so if you've played this game before, watch the anime or whatever, and you're like, haha, that dumb bitch, I accept that. I have no points.
It's dark under the floorboards too, so how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
A shiny liquid in the dark?
You don't think that's relevant?
That sounds super important!
Oh, where's my water?
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Prove it with this. The mark I'm talking about is the that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing to target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
Use the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya killed when he knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru Teru!
Seriously? Really?
No, why are you sweating?
Question instead.
You again? Just stop already!
Now, we should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just here during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that the blackout?
If he was under the floor, I still wasn't able to hear him.
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the...
The blackout was only kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the...
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds... If you remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. You want to try licking me?
No, you look crazy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
That's right. Teru was in not the he's
Teru was near the dining hall.
Oh, that's not it. She falsely accusing you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in. Now, Hajime.
How would you crush these hands?
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, deaf voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
There's no way I was somewhere. I definitely heard it's hands. Maybe it was record. Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall, I'll shoot through that contradiction. Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see.
Take that, pervert. That's what we should do to all perverts. Public execution.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall doing the black.
Why don't you just put a black scent on? Listen, I'm no innocent person just slipping into a black scent.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru hall during the... He should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there?
I was there the whole damn time!
Something
Why
like
is it like
this should be
Creole?
decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right! You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories!
He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Oh! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that, don't make no sense! Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? Oh, you again!
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, I don't know if we just need to throw that question at him. Oh god. Oh god. This one, isn't it?
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right? Whoa!
Don't make me remember! It's so embarrassing!
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
Clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Teru?
Huh?